I'm reading Evie, and I'm here to talk about Unleash the Night by Sherrilyn Kenyon. I almost said Bobby Holmes. Long series. It's a predator-eat-predator world for the werehunters. Danger haunts any given day. There is no one to trust, no one to love, not if they want to live. An orphan with no clan that will claim him, Wren Tigarian grew to adulthood under the close scrutiny and mistrust of those around him. A forbidden blend of two animals, snow leopard and white tiger, Wren has never listened to anyone when there was something he wanted. Now he wants Marguerite. Whatever. Marguerite Dober. I don't know. I don't know her last name either. Godot or something. Maggie is the daughter of a prominent U.S. senator who hates the socialite life she's forced to live. Excuse me. Like her mother before her, she has strong Cajun roots that her father doesn't understand. Still, she has no choice but to try and conform to a world where she feels like an outsider. But the world of rich and powerful humans is never to meet the world of the werehunters who exist side by side with them. Unseen, unknown, undetected. To break this law is to call down a wrath of the highest order. In order to have Marguerite, Wren must fight not just the humans who will never accept his animal nature, but the werehunters who want him dead for endangering their world. It's a race against time and magic without boundary that could cost Maggie and Wren not just their lives, but their very souls. The drama. So, let's get to it. The author is introducing a couple of characters and for some reason is using their full name. So weird. Just like how Margaret here is the full name. I was like, is that what we're doing now? But she stopped. Maggie had an ancient Greek class with Julian Alexander from the first book, Night Pledgers. She knew Nick too and was taking that class with him and he helped her pass the test. Go figure. I like when the author mentions previous characters. Nick had a crush on Maggie, according to Wren. Poor Nick. Wren's dad was the owner of something called Tigarian Technologies, basically second to Microsoft, so he's rich. But he doesn't want to run the company, so he's a busboy instead. At Sanctuary. He ended up getting shot saving Maggie and then arrested the next day because of Blaine starting a fight. Blaine was some idiot in her study group. Wren said they shouldn't be together, and finally, instead of a woman chasing the man, she let him go. Obviously that won't last if this is a typical Sherrilyn Kenyon book. Although I have to give it, Sherrilyn Kenyon doesn't really usually write women characters like that though, where they just blindly follow a man and chase him all the high hell or whatever. So, sorta. There's a fine line, at least. At least at first, they don't. Nicolette says Wren's cousin stated that Wren killed his parents. Wren said they killed each other out of rage. I wonder which is true. Obviously, I believe Wren. Maggie's dad found out about Blaine's arrest after the fight and was like, it's what I get for marrying a Cajun against my family's wishes. I shouldn't have even had kids. They're a liability to politicians' career. Yikes. I did not like him. Maggie was at the zoo when Wren found her, and the kid ended up falling in the tiger's age. Who knew? She almost predicted the Harambe situation. Apparently it's been like 10 years now. Maggie saw Wren in his animal form. He showed up naked and bloody because people were trying to capture him, and then passed out and was automatically transformed. And passed out for 3 days, I think. So, she kept him safe. She did her best. Vane and Fury helped Wren along with Amy and Fang. Aww. Vane was mentioned a lot in this book, so I was like, yay. Bride was barely mentioned. I was like, aw. Wren was explaining how his parents' death had happened when Maggie thought about her dad and how he could be judgmental but never been deliberately cruel. Yeah, he just said he literally, or Sorry, he literally said he shouldn't have even had her. I would say that's a bit cruel. Like, but whatever, I guess. Wren and Maggie went back in time to find evidence he didn't kill his parent. He got to see his dad again alive. Nicolette finally came around on Wren and knew that Zach lied about Wren killing his parents. Zach was the cousin. Did not like him either. Aristotle, Wren's dad, just attacked Maggie for some reason. What the heck? It was for a good reason. He gave her some of his mother's powers since he knew he was dying, so now Maggie is a tiger. There was a man in the woods after Wren's house burned down, ready with the vehicle, who helped Wren as a child. He never knew who he was, but now he knows. Savitar. What? Aristotle is alive now? Question mark? They went back to present time. I wonder if he faked his death after Wren came back and warned him. Aristotle kind of figured out that he died pretty quickly. So he did his best to set up everything and prepare for the future. Okay, he pretty much did just that. He brought Grayson, his brother, in his house and fought him and won. Then he killed Wren's mother because she was the one trying to kill him, and her lover fell into the fireplace and started a fire. Aristotle passed out and woke up at an animal shelter. He had to let Wren think he was dead, though. I hate time travel. I hate it. Because then it would have created some paradox and all that crap. Hate time travel. Wren asked Maggie to marry him. Aww. Yay. At Sanctuary, Wren had kept around a pet monkey named Marvin. He now gets to keep him at their house now. Aww. Her dad came in person and threatened her for being with Wren. Said he'd rather see her on the streets than mess up her life. He's taking her credit cards and emptying her student bank account and kicking her out of her house. What he doesn't know is Wren is rich, so that did not matter. And she told him off and told him who Wren really was. He was just like, what? I also forgot to mention earlier that Bride and Vane have a son now. Yay. They're now at Wren and Maggie's wedding. How cute. Savitar gave them the mating mark. Her dad came to the wedding after all, and gave her her mother's pearls, which she wore at her wedding. Their wedding. She has wanted Maggie to wear them at hers. She was wanting Maggie to wear them at her wedding. Like, aw. I totally forgot Nick was with Savitar for training. He's the one who wanted them to have the mark as a wedding present. How cute. Savitar said they'll be happy and will think of Nick often and will name their first baby after him. It'll be a girl, little Nikki. Oh, poor Nick. That was all on Unleash the Night. I am now on... I have to drop my book. This big thing, Dark Side of the Moon. I don't know why it's so tall. I just don't know. Maybe because it's hardback and I'm used to the paperback. I don't know. But oh well. I'm not far in this one yet. I'm about that way. That far through. But anyways, Unleash the Night was really, really good. I enjoyed it. I liked Wren and Maggie. I hope to hear more from them soon in a different book. Or we could just go back to them. Oh well. So far she has yet to ever go back to a character. I don't think she ever will. The closest we've gotten is Chronicles of Nick. And that's not even back to a character. That's just making a side character the main character. Oh well. Oh well. Let me know what you thought of Unleash the Night. Bye.